Hey, what's up, people? So I am making this video. I just got this in the mail. Sorry for all the shaking. I'm taping this with my iPad because everything else is out of battery at the moment. But I just got this in the mail, and here I just want to do a comparison to my old Solo. It's not the model that you can plug into the wall and use at the same time, but it is it works perfectly for everything I need it for, and I never really have any battery issues, and I kind of don't use that feature anyway. So I just wanted to do a quick comparison, and I wanted to show you the different stems that I have and how they can fit into each one, because I don't think we've really seen that yet. As you can tell, that these ones have like that glass piece at the bottom. This was just to hook up to like one of those cheap pipes. It was like the grommet, so it didn't really slide on and off. You just have to keep taking this on and off like it was a lighter onto a bong. And these are the two that came with the Solo, and then since I bought mine from an FC member, I got all these extra pieces. And this is like an 18mm piece. This is a 14mm, but it's got these like grooves in it on the side for airflow, I guess. This one is also, this doesn't have those grooves, and it doesn't have that those notches up there. I don't know where the FCer got them from, but I kind of feel like everybody else knows. And this is the one that I use the most. And I really like it because there's actually no barrier here. It's just a screen, so it's got really good airflow. And I put these on there to squeeze onto those cheap bongs that you find in the pipe store, the ones that these things fit on. So I took this black piece off and then just kind of like hold it against the bong and then pop it off to clear the chamber. So yeah. Oops. Alright, so those are the 6 stems that I have. That was a Solo. You can tell which one I used the most. And I just got this in the mail, so you guys have all seen this unboxing or whatever. So this is the star of the show right here. And let's do a little size comparison. This feels... let's see. It's not a good thing. So hard to look through the iPad and do this. Everything's so distorted. Yeah, so it does definitely roll. But like someone said, the battery kind of gives it a lopsidedness, so it'll settle down at a certain point. If you can tell, the material, I guess it does look like it's made out of the same case. And let's take a close-up of this. So they'll probably come out with more versions as time goes on. This is for the charging. It's really easy to access right there. See power on and off, and here is the chamber compared to this chamber. I put a screen on the bottom of that, and 9-volt. I kind of don't understand that 9-volt, 12-volt. So let us kind of... Okay, so here is the I don't know what we call them, stems. Okay, so this is the stem that comes with the air. Yeah, this is a plastic piece right here for the mouth, and it has these 4 holes on it. So I'm obviously used to using this one right here, this brown one. So that's probably the one that I'm going to want to use. But let's see how this fits in here. Easily. That would fall out actually. Obviously this Solo is older, and they say that these kind of loosen up over time. So you're going to probably want to be careful if you pair this stem with your old Solo. And in here, I believe it fits very tight. Oh yeah, that's very tight. I can't even get that with one hand right now. Let me see if I can prop this iPad up here. Okay. Yeah, it almost feels like I don't want to push any harder. I wonder why it's like that. Yeah, I really can't get it in. I'm afraid I might snap this, but yeah, as you can see, it's not in there all the way. The base is right here. So eventually in time it will fit, I believe. And let us try it with this tube right here. So this is the one, my favorite one. It has like no barrier. Yeah, just it fits pretty much exactly the same. Like, I don't want to push it any further, especially since this is my most used one. I'm not even going to try. So here is a different one from the package deal that I got from an FC'er, and they're all fitting in like that. So it makes me kind of nervous. I don't want to do it. So I will probably have to, I definitely have to run it through its burn-in cycles, or whatever it's called, a few times. So maybe after that it might fit, but in the meantime I guess we could do a see how long it takes each one to heat up to max temperature. Alright, so they're both on, and we're going to go all the way to the top. So this is 5 presses and this is 7 presses. Alright, so that is it there, and this will probably take about 2 minutes, but let's see who wins. While that's going on, I guess I could see what else is in here. They packed it very nicely, so it did not get damaged at all. Unfortunately, I won't be able to use these or test them out until after Wednesday because I have finals, so gotta keep my priorities in check, you know. So another reason that I got this Air is because I have so many accessories for the Solo that it's just nice to have all these options to use with either device. And let's also see how these caps fit on this new Air stem. It should be perfect. So kind of gives you a little more protection if it does drop or something like that. But we can also take this mouthpiece off. And yeah, it looks exactly like those vials. So it's nice to have like a system that works together like this. You could almost call this like an iPad and an iPhone if you wanted to, just because they're built, they use the same technology, all that sort of stuff. They use the same build quality. I mean, pretty much the only difference is the size of the battery, and the what do you call? I forgot. So I noticed that a lot of people are getting different accessories with their thing. Some people get the old solo stem with their air, and I don't think that I did. That's the USA plug right here. Some people got the adapter for UK, I believe. I don't know if they do that on an individual order basis once they know where it's going to. Here is Wildflower. It has a really nice color to it, but I don't think you can see that in the bag. So there we go. These are all, I totally forgot that I was doing this, but yeah, they are all set to the max level. And let's check out the colors that we have here. So at your very lowest setting, you have a blue color. And then above that, you have, it looks like white or pink. Depending on the angle you look at it, it could either be white or pink. Then green. Then orange. Maybe that's yellow, because that's a little different. This is more orange, so that maybe that's a yellow. That's orange right there. And red. So red is your top setting. So you have blue, white, green, yellow, red. Blue, white, green, yellow, red. So what you want to do is actually just kind of let it burn in. As soon as you get it, you want to set it on high for, I'm going to do 3 cycles. So hopefully that will be enough to do whatever it needs to do. And let's try one of these stems. Let's see if this heated up enough to be able to accept this. Yes, and it does fit in there now. And it actually fit in there very comfortably. So, I mean, this was sitting outside, so it probably got a little bit cold. I mean, not sitting outside, but it was on those delivery trucks and stuff like that, and it's cold out here now, so that's probably what might have done it, but now it actually fits very nicely. And that is not going to fall out at all. I don't know if in time it will, but you can see that that's very loose. And that's going to fall out. That's another reason I use my Solo upside down so much, along with, I don't want to get stuff in the, on top of the heater. So also very loose. And here we are with this one. Perfect. I actually love this resistance right here. Not too hard to push it in, and it's not going to fall out on you either. And you could hold it upside down for sure. Yep, that's a very comfortable amount of resistance right there. So let's see. Oh, okay. What else do we get? We get this little pick. It's actually got some weight to it. It's like a needle. Not that I ever stir my Solo stems, but it's just a nice tool, I guess. I mean, there we go. It's nice to have. You could use it for other things that you need, but it's like a high quality. I would almost say that it makes me kind of, it reminds me a little bit of like surgical steel instruments. So I don't know if that's what it is, but it's got a nice weight to it. Let's see what else is in here. I'm kind of thinking that the very first shipments are the ones that got the original Solo long tube stem here, because I don't think we've seen that for a couple of unboxings that we've done. And here we go. I guess this is supposed to be clear. Some people call it white. Oh, and there it is. Yeah, so I guess you do get this. And let's see if it's the same exact size. Well, this is not a stem that I'm going to use, but I mean, I can't complain having an extra thing. So it's got 4 holes in it right there. Wow, that is some very clean glass. You kind of can't tell that there's a base there, but there is. Let's see if I can focus in on it. There we go. So you can see those 4 holes are very tiny. And let's compare it to, they are much larger on the original solo stem. So these holes here on the air, which is on the right, are very small, versus on the left, that's a solo, they're quite bigger there. Same length though, and everything else is the same about them. So just the diameter of the vapor flow pathway holes are the things that have changed. And let's see. So there are the size of the holes inside of the oven of the air. And I don't know, I have a screen on here and it's hot right now, so I won't be able to remove it, but let's see. I don't want all those crashing down while I'm fumbling through here. So yeah, those are the, I guess you can kind of see the holes. It looks like is there only 2 in the solo? One there and then one on that side. Sorry, I didn't take that screen out. And there you go. So the solo has a shutoff time that is quicker than the air. The air has a shutoff time that's quicker than the solos. So let's do this again, and let's see how these buttons work. If I hold down on the air, it goes to the last temperature. Should be red. And there it is. It's going back to red. And if I hold the up button, it should be the volume control. So let me see if that works. And that should be muted right now, but let's see if I hold it again, if it turns it off. Or on, yeah. So that is also the volume. And the same thing goes like that for the air. So the air should probably stay on for another minute or so, and that would confirm the 12 minutes versus the 10 minutes. I didn't have a timer running, but I guess we could do that if we needed to by video playback. And also, since I forgot to totally look, we should see which one reached the maximum temperature of, I believe it's 210 Celsius. We should see which one reached that first, and we'll have to probably confirm that on video playback as well. And you can see that it's a little bit taller here. Let's see what else questions people asked. People asked if this twisted off, and it did not. But this just popped off, so that's easy to take off and put on, I guess. It has just a little notch right there, so people might be careful that they don't lose these caps. You might have to keep an eye out on them. But it's easy to put back on. Very easy. And if it's that easy to put on, it's going to be easy to to lose as well, so be careful about that. And if you want to see how it is on here, I remember I tried to take the cap off of the Solo, the little silicone cap before, and that was very hard to do because it's in there pretty good, as you can see. See how much it protrudes from there. There it is. I had to turn the white balance up. So yeah, these are, I mean, you're not going to lose it on the Solo, but be careful on the air. I can see that happening. I probably will lose it. The bottom does come off on the air, and that's where the battery is located. Since it's on, I'm not really going to do that. And there, the Solo turned off. I had it on mute, so wasn't able to let us know, but I don't need to do a burn-in on that one. So that was just kind of there for timing and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys make it through this video. I know it's kind of unorganized. It was unplanned, but just wanted to show you what we have, and I guess I'll be able to use it on Wednesday, so that's when I can start telling you tips and tricks, but I think there are probably better people out there for that than me. But one thing I can do now is, this is going to be fun. If you do use your air at home, don't forget about your Solo and put the cup on there and use some eucalyptus. It'll really open up your breathing passages and stuff like that. So finally I can actually use this as a oil diffuser. So that's about it for me. I'm going to run this through one more cycle and then just let it charge up and wait for Wednesday, sadly. But hopefully this was somewhat helpful, or just those people out there that are just kind of dying to know more and more and more about it and see it in person and stuff like that. Oh, this is one thing I actually wanted to do. So if we were going stealth mode, we would probably use this right here. And let's see how it looks in your hand when you're trying to cover it up. And if I were to do stealth mode, I would hold it at the mouthpiece like this. And it's actually pretty warm to the touch, but not uncomfortable at all. So this is how I would hold it, and this is what it would look like. So I don't know what excuse you could give if someone asked you what you're doing, but you might actually be able to get away with saying that it's an e-cig, because it's not super slim, but it's so far the slimmest there is, and that could definitely be at least to an unsuspecting person, and they might not even know. You could probably get away with something like this, as long as you just don't do it right in their face. Just wait for them to turn around or something like that and take a deep breath, or you turn around and take a deep breath or something like that. You could totally get away with that. That's decent. It's not Magic Flight Launchbox stealthy, but it is very close. And yeah, not uncomfortable at all to hold. It's actually soothing, warm, and I'm actually indoors right now and it's kind of warm in the house, but this is not bad at all. So outside it probably feels pretty nice, actually. And I know the Solo's been off for a little bit, but I would say it gets a little bit warmer than the Solo, but not uncomfortable at all, and it's very, very nice. So I'm gonna probably throw some of this on while I study, just because I haven't been able to use that for a very long time. So hopefully this was helpful, and you know, if it wasn't, then feel free to stop watching at any time. Thanks a lot.